Greetings. I'm Shelley, Spirit Chief from Alberta, Canada, and I'm a certified EMDR consultant. And I want to welcome everybody for Native American Heritage Month. And I was asked to share a little bit about how I go about describing some internal, external resources that I utilize to strengthen and install with my clients. And 99.9% of my clientele is First Nations, Indigenous, and what do I do to embrace community cultural wealth? So some of the things that came to mind is when I think of resources, often with my population, we talk a lot about our ancestors, and we talk about the stories of our ancestors, our ways of knowing and our cultural ways of knowing. And some of them have belonged to traditional societies and were really well known and respected. And when they've moved on into the spirit world, some of my clients like to pull those ancestors into our sessions to help them feel that sense of I can trust the work that I'm doing, that I'm sufficiently safe enough, and I'm no longer in danger, which is really important. And another resource we sometimes connect to is our external resources, the importance of connecting to the land. I live in a region that we're surrounded by mountains and prairies and lots of wildlife. We have coyotes, bears, wolves, and then our buffalo are returning to our nation. So that's really important. And some of my clients really like to have that spirit animal that they connect to. Some of them have bundles that they've connected to, and those are really important. So those are our tools and our resources we use, such as our ceremonial items, like our pipes, our drums, our rattles, and different things like that, that bring that wealth of healing and support within them. So in doing this, I've talked to you now about the importance of ancestors, the importance of spirit animals, the connection to the land. And then how do I build that into community cultural wealth? Well, when I think about community cultural wealth, I would talk about our strong kinship connections. Our notion of family is often very different than the westernized notion of family. We have grandmothers where people might say aunties or second aunties or distant cousins. Grandmothers are all the grandmothers. Your aunties become your grandmothers. Your cousins, you got many cousins, not first, second, third cousins. They're all your cousins. And some of the children you get raised with, and they actually become your brother, your sister when they're actually your cousins. So it's really important to understand our genograms and how we are connected and how we view family. And then in some of our communities, such as in Kainai, we have a beautiful new institution called Red Crow College. And it's a state-of-the-art college, and they're teaching in there about our traditional ways, about being Blackfoot. What does it mean? Who are the ancestral stories, our ways of knowing, which helps create connection and identity for your clients. So it's really important to understand that about your clients. Every tribe has different ways of connecting and identities, which is extremely important. And language is important. We're revitalizing languages all across many different tribal communities. And knowing some of those words that they use, knowing how to greet people like Oki or greeting them, giving those greeting words that make somebody feel welcomed and feel like you're genuinely, authentically interested in them. So language is extremely important, along with your body language. That's really important. Do you have open body language to your clients? Can they see that? All of this speaks to a system of cultural wealth. And what does that look like? Cultural wealth is very different than monetary wealth. Cultural wealth is very rich, and it's filled with our traditional stories, our ways of knowing, our strengths, our resiliency, our ability to decolonize. All of this stuff is extremely important. I hope this was helpful, and thank you for listening to me. And I wish everyone all the best on their healing journey.